What's going on, guys? So this week's little install is going to be something that I picked up a while ago from a buddy of mine who was doing a part out. He gave it to me for pretty cheap, so I was like, you know what, I don't really like the stock mirror that's in there. So this is the Oem Compass Mirror that you can buy as an accessory item from Subaru when you buy your vehicle. I'm going to do the install today, show you guys how to do it. I know this isn't really like a modification video. More or less, if anybody has any questions on how to install one of these, we're going to go over how to install it. So it's pretty simple, pretty basic. We do have to drop the headliner a little bit, which means taking off the center console on the roof. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, just for future reference too, if you guys ever need to install something and pull a roof panel or anything like that. This is kind of like the first step where you have to actually pull that, is to pull that little center console. So I got the mirror compass, with the compass mirror, the auto-dimming mirror with the compass. No home link. I don't have a garage door. I didn't have to get one of those. So here is the wiring harness and the little pieces that cover up the wiring harness. As you can see, there's a pretty long harness coming off the back of it. And then you do have to buy this from Subaru. I bought it before I was let go. It's like 10 bucks or something like that. But this is the mirror adapter that you need to hook up that piece right there to the windshield. So you do need to get that. It is required to get it. As you can see, the part number H501 SSA041. So I had to buy that. Like I said, it's 10 bucks. And also for the older WRX guys and Foresters and stuff like that, if you have the mirror that shakes a lot when you drive, this is the OEM replacement for that. So this takes care of the problem. There was a technical service bulletin on it a while ago. This is what fixes it. So first off, what we have to do, obviously if you're doing anything electrical, which we are, you do have to take off the negative battery cable. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch inside and start taking everything out from the inside. So I'm gonna do that real fast and we'll go from there. All right, so now we're gonna move into the interior to pull the headliner down, because every WRX or any Subaru that you have, this is already pre-wired for it. So there is a wire harness that is tucked up underneath there. You just have to take this out in order to, dig it out. Because it's gonna run right there, it's gonna run down to the mirror, and that's how you hook it up. So every Subaru is pre-wired for this modification already. So what we're gonna do first is take a flathead, and as you can kind of see the little opening there, we're gonna pop that off. Now, I did do an LED conversion of the interior lights a while ago, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I remember the orientation that those bulbs go into the vehicle, because if you flip them backwards, there is a possibility, from what I understand, from what I've read, there's a possibility that you could blow up your BIU, your body integrated unit, and I don't have the money to replace that right now. So anyway, so what you'll do first, like I said, you'll take a flathead, you'll pop this piece out here, and then you'll go ahead and pull the lamps out. I'm going to make sure I put them down here in the exact way that I took them out. And then I'm going to go ahead and I believe after you take the bulbs out, there is 2 Phillips heads. We're going to see that once I take that off. Obviously, this is my first time taking this whole panel out, so I don't really know what to expect when you take them off, but we will see here in a second. So I'm going to pop that light fixture off and go from there. Okay, so as you can see, the LEDs, I set them down exactly how they came out of the piece up here. So I was able to get that out relatively easy. I thought I broke it for a second, but no, you just have to apply a little bit of force. So there are a couple of Phillips head screws, so one right there and one right there. And I believe that's everything you need to take out to have this whole roof center console out of the roof. So I'm going to try to take those out real quick, see if it drops anything. If there is anything additional you do have to take out, I will go ahead and let you know here in 1 second. So that's the next step, is to take this whole assembly out of the roof. All right, so with that off, I took off all 3 of these connectors for that. And then what I also did to make more room so I could pull the headliner down to find the wire harness is I took out both of the clips for these. So I took both of those out. It's real simple. There's a little slot on the side. You put a flathead in it and it pops the clip. So it actually made it so there's a lot more give to pull down the headliner. There is one little clip right there you do have to disconnect from the roof itself. But now it's just searching for the wire harness. I thought it was just going to be right here, but surprisingly not. It's tucked up underneath there, so I'm going to have to find it and route it down, and then we can move on to the next process. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. You take out these clips here for the sun visors, and it gives you a whole lot more room to pull down on the headliner. So just be careful with the headliner too, because these things can easily crease. When I was taking out the shark fin, when I was doing the roof wrap on the back, it did crease just a little bit. You can't really notice it now. It looks like it's kind of worked itself out, but Just giving you guys kind of heads up just to be real careful with the headliner. It can be really expensive to replace those if you break it. So we're going to go ahead and move on. I'm going to try to find this wire harness, and then I'll show you guys how to route it and get it down where it needs to be right there. Okay, so this is the wiring harness for the actual mirror, and it is attached with tape to this wiring harness right here. So that runs right there. As you can see, the tape, I pulled it up. But it is pre-wired for it, so all we have to do now is just hook up and install the mirror, and then route the wiring harness up through there, through that right there, hook it up there, and we are good to go. So I'm going to move on to getting rid of this crap-ass mirror, and then hooking it up, hiding all the wires, and turning it back on and calibrating it. So I'll show you guys how to do all that. Okay, so I got the mirror off. That was actually more of a headache than I thought it was going to be. You actually have to apply a lot of force to get that damn thing off of there. There's no screws or anything like that you take off. It's just simply putting force into getting it off of the mount. Yeah, I couldn't film it. I don't have my tripod on me, but yeah, so that took a lot of force. Don't think that you're overdoing it. You do need to put a lot into it to get the mirror off of there. So I'm going to go ahead and get the mirror adapter plate that I got from Subaru on there. And then mount up the other mirror and go from there and get it all installed. So yeah, surprisingly, like I said, it just took a lot of force to get that off of there. Okay, so upon further investigation and looking into things a little bit differently, I was mistaken. I actually don't need the adapter, which means I'm out 10 bucks. Whatever. If somebody needs one, message me and I'll just give it to you. That's fine. Anyway, so it looks like it hooks up directly to the stock piece that is on the windshield. There is a T20 Torx bit that you do need to tighten down, but that's it. So it's time to route the wiring up into the headrest, or not the headrest, wow, headliner, there we go, and hook it up to the wiring harness there, tuck everything up, and reassemble everything, and then everything will be complete. So I'm going to do that real quick. Like I said, all you have to do is just route this up into here. That's basically how it's going to look. Route it up. There's the wire harness little covers that go there, and then it just hooks up right there. So anyway, I'm going to get that done, get everything reassembled. Like I said, you don't, apparently on the WRX, and I don't know if this is for 15 and 16, but at least the 17, you don't need the adapter plate. So I do have the adapter plate. If somebody wants it, hit me up. I will just ship it to you. I don't care. Yeah, so I will go ahead and get this thing wired up and get everything reassembled, show you guys what that looks like when it's done. And I mean, this mirror already alone looks way better than the stock mirror. There it is. I like it a whole lot better. It looks like it's bigger, and it's got a better shape to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this thing, like I said, reassembled, get it wired up, and go from there. So I will update you guys here in 1 second. Okay, so with the installation complete, unfortunately I cannot calibrate this thing to show me which direction I'm going. It said that if it came up with a C, you actually have to go and drive the car around in a circle until it calibrates. I don't have the space to drive this thing around in a circle at the moment, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of end it here. If it does come up with a number, there is a little sheet here that you actually have to go through and find your location on the map and change the number to wherever you are. So West Coast would be 5, unless you're in Oregon. Washington would be 4, and so on and so forth. So I can't do that right now, but all you can do is just hold down the power button on the bottom for 3 seconds. It comes up with a number up here in the corner where that C was, and you can just change it to whatever region that you're in, and you'll be fine. But anyway, so this is the install. Like I said, everything's back together. Everything is reconnected. Like I said, I like it way better than the stock one, because the stock one seems to not show as much, and it's smaller, and it's like the stock one is just lower quality than the actual Compass one. So I like it, and this is just a quick install tutorial on how to install the Compass Mirror from Subaru. This is the same process you'd have to do if you had the HomeLink one with the buttons for the garage doors and stuff like that. So anyway, that's where I'm going to end the video today. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for this quick little install here. Any questions whatsoever, this is basically the same install for Foresters, Legacies, Outbacks, all the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. So if you have any questions whatsoever, hit me up. Like I said, I'm giving away that mirror adapter mount. If anybody needs it or knows somebody that does, I'll just give it to you, no problem. Just hit me up. All right, take care, guys. Have a great day, and hit me up if you guys need anything. Bye. Okay, so real quick, since I was able to get this thing finally to calibrate from driving to go pick up my son from school, all you do is hold this down for 9 seconds. And then it changes the number. So like I said before, on our little thing, we are region number 5. So, oh, damn, I gotta do it again. Hold on. I'll hold it until the number changes. So we are region number 5 out here in California. And that's it. And then it should go back to normal. Yep. So now it's pointing in the right direction. So that's how you do it. So I just wanted to show you guys this. I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but I actually got it to work while I was driving to pick up my son. So there you go. All right.